Tak a zdravím a vítejte zpět u Beholder. Minule jsme vyhodili Jakuba, toho drogového uživatele, který bydlel ve dvojce, teraz to byli Alois, kterému jsem našel babu a potřebuji teďka kecat tady s Klausem chvilinku. Ještě jsem udělal věci, jako že jsem dal svému děcku čokoládu, aspirin, bo bylo nemocné, svému synkovi jsem dával knížky na jeho studie. A co ještě, že jsem dal peníze na nějaké rande, které měl. Teraz Klaus něco potřebuje, ještě ho musím vyhodit z jeho baráku. Bože, tam ještě říkal, did you receive an assignment to spy on me? Jako teoreticky nejsme v kamerách, takže jo. You must be more careful, comrade Klaus. I'll get right to the point, I'll receive an order to evict you from the building. Já jsem dostal rozkaz tě vyhodit z této budovy. They want to evict me from my apartment, that's unthinkable. If I could, I would have left this spooky pole a long time ago. Well, I probably shouldn't bother you. Thanks for warning. What are you going to do? I want to help you. Why don't you leave the city? This is suspicious, Carl. Why would you care about me? Insist on talking. I'm not asking out of curiosity. I want to help out. I'm being hunted. It's hard to believe anyone is interested in my troubles. I was sent to the tobacco shop, to that tiny wooden booth near the fish market. They took my absentee certificate. Nevím, co znamená tady toto. Without it, I'm stuck here, you understand. Bez ní... takže oni musí brát nějaký certifikát a bez ní on nemůže prostě odejít. No such thing, Carl. It's a document you need to either enter the strategic facilities or leave the city. Railway stations, boards, and roads with checkpoints are all close to me. You won't believe me. I received a response from the ministry. The documents were sent to the archives for the data update. They said I could obtain them there. I went to the archives. They said there are no documents left. I went and weakened the line to see an inspector about submitting a detection application. 2 months later, I was told I used the wrong form for my application and they were out of the ones I needed. Damn it. You mean the documents are lost in the archives? Yes, the documents are in the archives. They say it's a ploy to drive visitors crazy. I don't know if that's the joke or not. The Ministry of Distribution has clean hands. There's nothing we can do about the archives. Moment, je to ještě furt ten cápek? Je to furt ještě ten cápek? Maro. Jo, je tu. Maro, potřebuju tvou pomoc. On pracuje v těch archivech. What's it to you? You know this even without me. I need your help. One good man can obtain a document from the archives. Who are you talking about? The documents of good people aren't taken to the archives. Don't feed me a line. I'm talking about Shimmer from apartment 1. He fell from grace with the state. They took his absentee certificate and now he's stuck here. I don't like him. He works in a tobacco shop but has never given me tobacco for free. He believes like this and speaks rudely because he's afraid. Help me, bring me his certificate. They can't live without it, understand? Deal, but you owe me a bottle of whiskey. Kamo, já už mám whisky. I won't be able to access the certificate without it. Kamo. Kamo, Lojzek, díky, kamo, ty jsi úplný šéf. Takže ale tady nainstaluju kamery pro jistotu, kdyby náhodou oni něco dělali. Má manželka něco potřebuje, super. Tak, rád kuří, super. Hra hraje šachy. No to už je lepší. Co pak, Karle? Co se stalo? Martha feels worse, Carl. The aspirin didn't help. She needs a doctor. Find a doctor. We visited to her doctor already. He said to give her aspirin and clean her nose with dish soap. With soap, Carl? How can I clean kids' nose with soap? Find a good doctor for her daughter. Daj Loisek. No Loisek teraz tu není. Takže chvilinku, ale najdu ho. I want to talk to you about your niece. I haven't seen her in 3 months. Doesn't she? She's Sarah too, but she's not mine. You mixed them up, Carl. Your Sarah isn't good enough to dust our Sarah's shoes. Our Sarah is a cut above yours. Your Sarah is no match for our Sarah. Our Sarah. I see, Rosa. You're a state worker, Carl. You have got papers, directives, and a big red phone. Seen it all, dear. It's a shame we haven't seen our Sarah in so long. Takže ona, ta Sarah není ten, kdo co si myslí, že je. 100% ona je nějaký asasin a teraz doslova zajebe Loiska. Maro, máš ty papíry? Kaj Loisek? Ježíš, má žena, ještě furt něco chce. Tak co pak? Broken TV. The TV is broken, Carl. Take care of the breakage, please, or call a repairman. Tak, thanks honey, you're a real jack of all trades. Tak to můžu spravit, já jsem si koupil ty věci na to. Tak to je Sara. Tak, chvilinku. Ten něco chce po mně. Talk about Sarah. I talked to your so-called aunt, you're not related or anything, so who are you? Who cares who I am? I love him, I swear the past is the past. Okay, my name is Vera, I had a difficult childhood, takže dětství na piču rodiče, nezajímaví učitele, lustful employers. At some point I decided I've been a victim of the system for too long, it was my turn to victimize. They were poisoning my life, now it's my turn. So have you found your next victim? It was like that at first, but Alan became very dear to me. I swear all I want is to quietly live with him and make him happy. Let's strike a deal, Carl. Plus 5000. Plus 5000. Jako kamery to nejsou, a jestli budeš držet hubu a já taky, tak budeme v pohodě. Deal. I need to learn more about you, so could you make you a gift? Thank you, Carl. Tell him he's my very best gift. I don't want anything else. Tak, doufám, že to mě nehryzne do rice. Tak, ještě si přečtu, co je v novinách. Tak. The first ever performance of the Capitol play on Love and Peace resulted in a scandal. Part of the audience left before the end. Plays should portray real people, not silly stories that have nothing to do with reality, said Bruno Raus, head of the play number 1. Takže co to tu máme teda? Ok, to je jenom to, co tu bylo, takže jenom ty solovky. Ej, už tu je. Maro, co ty chceš? Tak, hrát hraje na piano. What do you want from the archivists? Talk about ok, takže to už má. Here's your paper to the archives, I lost it, I found it. Yes, díky moc, Maro, seš fakt borec. Seš fakt legenda. By měl otevřít. Jo! Moment, Loisek? Jo, ještě toto. I'm to find out about Sarah. Say she's not Sarah. Ok, to nic. Loisek, moment. Aspoň Martu pomoct. Hello, my daughter is sick. Can you examine her? Of course, I'll examine her. It's my duty. I'm a doctor. Tak. Klausi? Mám tvoje papíry. Já se můžu pokecat s ní? Sorry, but I'll pay very little attention to the people around me. Ok. Takže ještě chvilinku. Ok, ještě nové pravidlo, super. Mám tvoje papíry. My wife tried to buy train tickets, but they didn't sell them to her. It seems we've been blacklisted. We must find a way to leave the city and get as far from it as we can, or even leave the country. Can you help? I'll try to think of something. At least it's a blacklist and not a list of people to be executed. My gratitude knows no bounds. I started believing in people when I met you. Ok, takže jak já mu můžu pomoct, ale co to mám vůbec za pravidlo? It is illegal to possess foreign music. Ok, takže fajn, žádná hudba z toho. Z dnešní doby, jakože ze zahraničí, fajn, klasika. Klasická Korej. Dial the number. Tak. Non-violations, banned items turned in, 3, no fines. Papers, okay, jobs, kindergarten teacher, social control, Augustine Watermark and Rosa Ronek. Ok, to, že mám něco na ní. Tak. What's wrong with my daughter? I don't know, it's scary, but my daughter isn't well. She has a basilar rails in the lower half of both lungs. Takže něco s plícema má. Antibiotics ASAP, and as much as I love domestic medicine, she needs imported stuff. Local medication will only make it worse, and it's already serious. Delays could result in fatality. Píče. Sorry, but I couldn't find anything cheaper. 20 000? Píče, to mám kde zebrat? I'm risking a lot to help you, baby. Píče. To je vše, co můžu to dát, to říct. Takže tak, gathering data. Co to tu je? It is illegal to cry or for more than 3 people to assemble outside of the main... Je ilegální brečet? Rád sbírá známky. Ona je co? Ona je spisovatelka. Super. Good for her. No tu je. Pičo. Kurva, honem. Tak. To je toto. Honem, vypadni. Tak. Hezky ti dolů ještě tu. Tak, nic nebylo, nic jsem nedělal. Tak, apartment 4. Tak. Synáček něco chce. Šinu, čo je? Čo je, Šinu? Talk about mines, the news, learn what happened. Are you in trouble at the university, son? Ano, tato, the dean has ordered us to take part in another fundraiser. It's a lot of money and I have no idea where to get it. Kolko? 15 000? On se zbláznil ten chuj. If things continue like this, we'll have no one left to teach. Though perhaps that's the intent. We'll see what we can do. Worst case scenario, you get a job. The country needs miners. Martha is sick, Patrick. We need a lot of money to save her. And who knows how long it will take. A time might come where we need more and more money. I understand that. Tak kámo, já nevím, jak tobě pomůžu. Chudáček. Chudáček nemocná. Tak co potřebuju. A nevím ani, jak mám teda pomoct jemu, Klausovi. Já tu někoho dám. Ok, jenom můžu tady Jonese dát. Tak, já se jenom jdu seznámit Jonesi. Co já chci, jenom se seznámit. Ale myslím, že jsem kádal, jsem to. Jones popene do Bosun on coal party, I'm preparing for a long trip, you're sailing aboard. While I work as a trainee for the outside army, I'll live in your cell. What kind of training? This training is obligatory for everyone who travels aboard on business. We're talking anti-propaganda training. So you're some? Yes, I live alone. Let's go to trip aboard. Olka, tak co chceš? Yes, we're about to leave. The barge is ready. We're waiting for outside of our committee and the crew. Where are you heading? Through the bay, to the south, and the tour to Neil Sea. Have you been to this? No. There's a larger trading port in the city. I've had a few last decade. We'll stay in the port for a few weeks and on a call, then take walks. Let's see then. Takže jen tam zůstane. Však jasné, jenom si řekni, co chceš udělat, a já ti to pomůžu. Možná na něco chce, ty pičo. Už jdu, ženo. Co pak? Fajn. A ještě něco. What do you think about Patrick going to school? Should I give him the money? I don't know, Carl. He really wants to study, but on the other hand... Ty vole. Kurva. Pojď ku mě, Lojzek. Tak a Klaus potom jde do práce, že si pokecám s Lojskem. Tak. Co chceš? Can I help you? Too bad you didn't gather information about my circle, but there's no time to waste. In case I made a decision, Carl, I'll be very grateful if you help me with my wedding. Sarah needs a whale. Ok, ale jak kde získanu, ty bastard? Klausi? Alas, the best opinion is to get on a boat and sail away. This place is madness. Don't tell my wife how bad things are. She doesn't know. Okay. No se napůjde. Pičo, Jonesi. Čekaj ty chuj. Special offer. I have a deal. Times are hard. Everyone is at their best. I have canned fish. You know everyone around, find me a buyer and I'll pay you generously. What kind of canned food is it? Good or usual milk? It's the best quality, it's imported from abroad. It'll sell like hotcakes, but it's not safe for me to go to the market. I want to sell them quietly without drawing attention to myself. I found the canned food in a hold, nobody used them. Rule 1 on the barge. If it's not nailed down, it doesn't belong to anyone, so I took as many as I could carry. Okay. Here's a crate with 50 cans. The wholesale price is 50 per can. You can sell them for $100 a piece at the market, so that crate costs 3,000. Ooh! You give me 3,000 and then sell it all. Whatever you make above 3 grand is yours to keep. Did you know my generosity? Okay. Jasné. Okay, co máme tu za pravidlo? Pass eat fish, takže toto se nesmí. To possess fish. Super, já zrovna mám rybu, chuju. Kámo. On si dělá prdel. No už 2 věci už porušil. 2. To nic, co tady? Psací strojík nebo telefon? To je asi... Ne, to je psací stroj. Jo, psací stroj, to jsou jenom hodinky. Motherfucker! Piču, už mám vle 3 věci u sebe. Že no, nechceš rybu? Co pak se tu děje mezi váma dvěma, ha? Nathan, prodávám ti ryby. Pojď sem. OK. Peňažky mám. Čo se tu robí? Vykecatého počasí. Takže Marek, jaká je Marek? Apartmán 3, je to muž, máš status archive, tady Roza. Co to? Ne, Lojzek! Jo, jasně, ty štětko. Sáro? Jo, jasně, ty štětko, ty absolutná písto. Ne, já nenechám Lojska. Já nenechám Lojska na to, na suchu. Já ho nenechám chcípnout. Ani piču. O, Lojzek? Ona není Sara. Super, a chceš, takže jak ty odejdeš, se hezky podívám. Já nebudu instalovat kamery. Na to hezky prohledám. Kam on jde? Jo, jde pryč, lovely. Já jsem ani ještě toho... Tak, to mám více věcí, čili já to můžu pak Lojskovi jakože zaznamenat ho a tím můžu si pak vydělat, což je lovely. Čili já jsem úplně pozadu. OK. Yeah, isn't selling well, it's hard to get rid of. I've made no money. Here's an envelope with almost half of the money. So thank you even for this. KK. Bastard jeden. Čo, Jonáš? Tvé ryby jsou na piču. Lojzek, Jonáš? Víš ty, co ty bastard? Uh-oh. No fajne. Die like you mean it.
It rained the day of Carl's funeral. The cheap pinewood coffin was covered with rocky soil as the bleak autumn sun lumbered across the sky. A thin fog settled over the cemetery. No one from Carl Stein's family was destined to live to the end of the year.
Tak to je kurva fajné. Načíst, jo. Mě vojebeš, pičo? Mě budeš střílet? Však ty počkej, vole, já jsem pičo tady pán tohoto domu. Já tu jsem šéf. Ne on, Kaje. Tak. Tam to teda. Store light bulbs. A mazej pryč z mého baráku, ty štětko! Mazej pryč! Mazej kurva pryč! Report na... Kde je? Sára, ty kurvo jedna! Ještě mě budeš, pičo, vole, jebat. Apartman 2. Momenže. Apartman 2, jo. Tak. 60-50. 10. septembra. A... Bum. Ty kurvo jedna. Ty štětko. Budeš mi vraždit doktora mého kamoše Lojzu? Ani piču. Žádné taky. Píče fix. Ona nechce se mnou mluvit. Ne, ty pičo, ona umřela. Kurva, do pizdy. To bych se na nestihl. O pičo, seš smrtka. Marta umřela. Ach, kurva. Já nerad toto dělám, ale... Joj. Čekaj, tohle dám. Co to je za pravidlo? Je ilegální číst nebo vlastnit knížky. Tak ti jebe? Jak se mají děcka učit, pičo, ve škole? Ano, nedělej mi to. Jestli to jenom zaznamenám, ale nebudu dělat nic. Ještě další pravidlo, co bude, je, že nesmíme vařit. Že je zakázané vařit. Prvního septembra, tak. Moc se mi to nechce dělat. Tak, mám to hotové. I choose violence, což jsem neměl dělat asi. No a každý je absolutně v píči. Co to kurva? Super. There's unrest in the city. It's dangerous to go outside. Stay calm and repair anything in a house that's broken. You have 2 days. No to je kurva skvělé. Co tu je teď, vole, za problém? Za nové pravidlo na píču. Co to je? Possess and use firearms. Fajn, takže, vole, Marek ten je v píči. A je ilegální mít ten sůl. To ještě musí počkat, až se Lojzek vrátí, nebo tam bude, jako nebude v práci. Teda jak jako nebude doma. Zajdu tam a spravím. Tak já to můžu teda prakticky zajet teď. Za co, pičo? Ty pičo, Paťo, ty chuj! Nechce se mnou mluvit, no to je kurva skvělé. Já nemám ani, já nemůžu ani klíče otevřít. No to je kurva skvělá. Synek mi ještě zdrhne, fajné. Co pak je? Kdo umřel? Neříkejte mi, že Patrik zdechl. Co se stalo? Může mi někdo říct? Čože, no co je? Co pak se stalo? Co se stalo? No nic, ten tu je. Nespává, je chudák. Vole, někdo zhebl, někdo musel umřít. Jaj, do řítě, vole. Co to je? We bring you sad news. Your son Patrick Stein took part in such a bank robbery and was killed by police. To je taky chuj tupý, bože můj. Díky moc, synu. Patrik umřel, no to je kurva skvělé. Co se může ještě rozsrat? Beholden to no one and solitary man. Co zas? Lease any apartment. Co je lease? No, moje... To je kurva skvělý. Anna umřela, pičo, a moje žena je, vole, mrtvá, vole. Teraz už mě to je absolutně jedno, můžu doslova poslat každého, co tu bydlí, doslova za mříže. Kurva, fix. To je kurva skvělý. No s vámi, já jsem krásnou rodinku jsem měl, 2 děti, teraz nemám nic. A Full Flendle. To co je za jméno? Full Fledl. Student University, jako. Call me full. I don't take, I don't like to read that. Proč bych měl ztracet reputační body za to? Fulfill the legacy of our dear leader. Every time I tell my father about a name, he laughs and says it could be worse. Worse? He likes still the same story which he finds amusing over and over. A woman went into king of a neighboring country and asked him to change her last name because of horrible that sound. 7 butts. No to bych už pochopil, že 7 prdelí, vole, nikdo by se tak neměl jmenovat. The king giggled, fulfilled her request and said 5 will be enough. I must admit that story is funny. My father says it's better to fulfill the legacies of the dear leader in our great state than to make friends with 5 butt faces in a neighboring country. You don't understand anything. You don't have the answer to each. You ask what your name is. You don't hear your father is not the only joker in a picture every day. Tak, talk about university. Chemie, to vyčem. As you don't find what you're studying to be inspiring. I just don't understand how chopped up frogs can help me. Person také nějaká. Ty seš kdo? George Dan. Jaký George? To je kdo za chuja? As about previous address, talk about insomnia. Do I have trouble sleeping? As soon as I close my eyes, I start thinking of terrible things and the nightmares. Do you know the reason the nightmares? Trust me, I'm just trying to help. Means I'm terrified of my ex-husband. He's an awful man, Carl. If constant daughter visits to battering is considered being mistreated. Takže může absolutně na piču. My parents forced me to. Their goal in life was to make sure their daughter was taken care of. The worst part was that every time I was hospitalized with yet another broken bone, they took his side. Aha, jasně, takže oni nevěří své dceři, doslova, já nepochopím rodiče, kteří doslova dají své děcko, jakože své dítě, provdat nějakému borcovi, který ji zaprvé mlátí a který jakože není tam dobře, doslova má zlomen, jako je v nemocnici hospitalizovaná, všechno to. A oni ještě jsou na straně toho cápka, že oni nevěří své dceři. Já být otec, já věřím své dceři na 100%. By nezajímalo, já věřím své dceři, já věřím své krvi. To by mělo být ono. Doslova ono by mělo být licence na rodičovství. Doslova mělo by být, že pokud chceš mít dítě, musíš mít pičo licenci. Positive, he considers me his property and he's really touchy when it comes to his stuff. The problem is he knows a lot of people in the Ministry of Immigration. I'm afraid he'll find out I'm here and then he'll come to break me like a doll. Ty seš kurva kdo? Georgi, ty seš do piče kdo? Zdravím, Karle, Lieutenant. I know everyone who lives in the building, but this is the first time I've seen you. We don't know each other, but I hope you come first. My name is George Denton. I made inquiries, Carl. I think you're a decent man who can be trusted. After that, I want you to do a simple but important favor. Yo, can you give him this box? I have my reasons, you know. Takže on to nemůže. There's only one condition, do not open the box. Are you trying to get mixed up in something illegal? Would you afraid of report this to the court? Fear, device people, I assure you we have opposing goals. The only thing you need to know is that we'll pay a good price for this case. Very well, do you agree? Jako tohle je můj bar, jako tohle se musí chápat. Proč má tu lebku danou? Možná Alois může pomoct. Lojzek, pojď sem. Jaká ta žemila, Lojzek nepomůže. Já mu dám bastardovi. He rescued me. Other than that, all I can tell you is that my life would be completely different if it weren't for him. You were given the box for me. Where is it? Alas, I don't have the box. You are lying, young man. You're talking to a public servant. Do you think I can deal with? Jasne, ty pičus. Ty arogantný, egoistický zmetku. Já ti kurva dám. Že zdvihni ten telefon. Can't accept private call. Good afternoon, this is George Dalton. Our unit has friends everywhere. All I want from you is the explanation about which of you is disgusting. I have a family. No teraz už nemáš, Karle, ty dege, všichni chcípli. It's impossible with the current government. As you know, the current government is unwilling to change. The New Tomorrow movement. Why are you being sarcastic, Carl? We have become best friends. Ale píču. For both of us. I repeat, we have friends everywhere. One can fry eggs without breaking them. You have kids. No, už nemám. And therefore you must know what it means to sacrifice yourself for the sake of future. Jenomže já už nemám děcka. Všichni už jsou v nebi. A já vůbec skončím v pekle. Za to, jak já jsem chuj. Find an apartment in your wonderful building for a faithful comrade. Anton Gubrick, he will stay in a building for about a week. Co za to dostanu? 3000, super. And will print it will owe you if you hide him. We plan to go on Shafat in the near future. I need brochures and work without them. If you don't force me to help revolution movement, describe your perception of the state in your country. I must know why I'm putting myself at risk. How about your job, Carl? What normal society can count in? You always have a choice. Help us, Carl. Our children will have a society where they won't be jailed for their choices. No a ten se odstěhoval raději. Leo Kvítek is winner of the annual labor lottery. He was for 20 years without a single violation. He is the pride of... Remember, every citizen with more than 15 years of work experience can take part of in this lottery. Tak a ten se mnou kecat nechce. No ty jsi tu teda vydržel dlouho, ty chuj. No nic. Nebudu spravovat, vole, mám tady, vole, další apartmány, které jsou dobré. Tak, to je jeden a ještě tu byl se mi zdá, že další. Margaret Zauer. Rovena Petrake. She wants a ready room in her factory. She's planning to stay in a long term. Má na tom ještě další lidi. Antoine Gubrich. Tak jeho musím nastěhovat. Oj! Pičo, telefon. Ježíš, co zás? You heard about National Labor Lottery, right? It's the winner Leo Kvítek looking for a place to stay. We want you to give refuge to this lucky man. We're well-wishers. He'll soon face 1,000 temptations. Bandits and frauds will be waiting for him around every corner. We want to help. After he moves in, you must convince him to invest his winnings in our production. We'll send the meat to the stores and the skins. Consider this a warning, Carl. If somebody stands in our way, he'll become jellied meat himself. Soon our jelly meat will become a national good. Takže my za chvilku budeme kanibalové, jak to kádám. Nejenom, že máme na piču teda zvládu, my máme na piču aj ty doslova jídlo. My doslova budeme fakt jíst lidské maso. Ty Violeta, toto je tohle je v píči doba. But who thinks up such names? It's a real tongue twister. Persuade him to invest money in Horn and Hoof's trust. If you do that, we'll give you a generous portion of what he gives us. To je kurva skvělé. Já to tu ukladám. Já to tu konču. Či doufám, že se vám tato epizoda líbila. Či doufám, že ne. S tím, kolik se věcí posralo, tak kdo by to měl rád. Ale pokud líbilo, tak hoďte like, pokud ne dislike. Poodebírejte, pokud jste tu noví, lajkujte a komentujte. Mějte se a čau.